All right, so today we're diving into a business model that's getting a lot of buzz. The pitch? You get a global digital shop, but you hold zero inventory. You sell real products, but you never have to buy them, store them, or ship them. Sounds interesting, right? So, how is that even possible? Let's break it down.
So this is the core promise from the source material. It's a really powerful hook, isn't it? The idea of a ready-to-go business without all the usual retail headaches. No inventory, no worrying about web design. But the big question is, how does it actually work? Let's find out.
Okay, here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into that zero inventory promise. Then, we'll walk through how you actually activate your storefront. After that, we'll look at the two main ways you can earn money: selling products versus signing up new members. From there, we'll touch on the 7 different income streams they talk about, and finally, how you're supposed to track all your performance. First up, let's really explore that main attraction, the promise of a business without all the usual hassles of running a shop. Because, this is the foundation of the entire model.
So what they're pitching is basically a business in a box. You don't buy inventory, you don't handle shipping, none of that. They give you a pre-built website so you can sell products all over the world. The source also talks a lot about having automated marketing tools, which means you're meant to find customers through online ads and funnels, not the old school person-to-person sales approach. So let's say you're interested. How do you get started? Let's move on to the practical steps for getting your own digital storefront up and running, at least according to the source material.
The process they describe seems really straightforward. You log in, you find a section called My Website, and boom! That's where the system gives you your personalized links. These links are pretty much the engine of your whole business. Now, this is a really fundamental split in the model, and it's super important to get this. You don't get one link, you get 2 very different ones. The first is your shop link, which is for customers who just want to buy products. The second is your business link, and that one is purely for recruiting new people into the business. Understanding that separation is key to seeing how you actually make money here. And that leads us straight into the 2 main paths for generating income. You can focus on retail sales using your shop link, or you can focus on building a team with your business link. Let's take a look at how each one is supposed to work. Let's look at a real-world example they give, a men's multivitamin. You can see there are 2 different prices. The member price is what someone who has joined the system pays. The retail price is for any regular customer. That difference, which is $5.95 here, is described as your potential profit on a single sale. Yep, the source is very direct about this. When a non-member buys from your shop link, you earn that markup. It's the classic retail model, really, just handled through a pre-built system where you're not the one managing inventory or dealing with shipping. Okay, so what about that other path? Well, to get your own shop and your own links, you actually have to become a member yourself first. This membership is the gateway to the business side of the platform, and it also gets you access to those lower product prices for yourself. So, what do you get for signing up a new member with your business link? The source states a very specific commission, $25. So, where does that $25 come from? Well, the initial fee for someone to join is $49.95. Your $25 is a 50% commission on that sign-up fee. This is what the plan calls a fast start commission.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The source lays out a full compensation plan. So let's take a look at how this builds into what they call 7 different income streams.
That's right. The compensation plan doesn't stop at just 1 or 2 ways to earn. It details 7 distinct income streams. So the plan includes the commissions we've already talked about, but it also introduces new concepts. You see things like matrix commissions, which kind of suggest you're earning from a whole team structure, and influencer bonuses, which points towards rewards for people who sell a ton of product. It definitely hints at a more complex system for those who build big. The source gives the most detail on these 2. That weekly fast start, that's a one-time thing you get for a new sign-up. The matrix commission, on the other hand, is described as a recurring monthly payment. It's supposed to come from the $10 monthly membership renewal fees. So this introduces a way to earn recurring income from the ongoing fees in your network. Okay, but with all these moving parts, how in the world are you supposed to keep track of everything? The source points to a statistics dashboard that's designed to let you monitor your traffic and your conversions. So the dashboard seems to track 3 key things. Website hits is pretty simple. That's how many people are clicking your links. A pre-enrollee is someone who is interested enough to enter their details, but they haven't paid yet. And upgraded is the big one. That's someone who has paid the fee and officially joined your team. And here's a big selling point they emphasize. Automation. The system doesn't just track these visitors, it also automatically sends follow-up emails to those pre-enrollees, nudging them to complete the sign-up. This is all part of that automated marketing promise we heard about earlier. All right, so let's put this all together. The model gives you pre-built website links that do two things: sell products for a retail profit and recruit new members for a commission. The full compensation plan outlines 7 potential ways to earn, including recurring income. And there's an analytics dashboard to help you track your activity from the first click to the final conversion. And that leaves us with a really interesting question, doesn't it? This model presents a type of e-commerce where the shop owner is totally removed from things like inventory, web design, and payment processing. So the question to think about is, when a system handles all the traditional jobs of a retailer for you, how does that change what it really means to own a shop? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.